I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Star.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. The fight continues against the coronavirus. Remember, we are all in this together, and the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office are working hard, protecting and serving during this pandemic. Just a reminder, if you need a COVID-19 test, there are a number of healthcare district sites available across the county. Call the testing hotline for more information at 561-642-1000. That number, once again, is 561-642-1000. The pandemic has also caused closures across our area. For more information on what is open and what is closed, go to discover.pbcgov.org. As citizens, we can do our part by wearing a mask, washing our hands, and social distancing. Sheriff Bradshaw had this message for residents.
Hi, folks. I hope you really listened close to what the county administrator said. You know, don't make us spend our time coming to block parties and gatherings when we need to be doing something else that's a lot more important than that. And look, if you haven't figured it out yet, you want to have these parties? Well, somewhere down the road, we're going to have the parties, but not unless you wear this and you knock off the parties now and you keep the social distancing. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing this and doing this. This is our way out of this if you're listening to what we're trying to tell you. All right? So if you want to have these parties, that's fine. Down the road, we can have them, but not now.
Sheriff Bradshaw made those comments during a news conference to prepare residents for Tropical Storm Isaias. The storm made just a minimal impact as it traveled up the east coast of Florida. PBSO urges everyone to stay prepared during this hurricane season. Here at PBSO, we are proud of our very own Deputy Corey Reese, who spoke to the President and Vice President at the White House after he helped save a child from kidnapping.
First of all, Mr. President, Vice President, Attorney General, thank you very much for inviting me here today. It's truly an honor to be here. I'm Deputy Corey Reese with Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. I have been a deputy there for going on 3 years now. Last month in June, I was staying with my wife at a Hampton Inn in Tampa, off duty, of course. I work in Palm Beach County, this is Tampa. We were in the room relaxing, and I could hear a lady in the hallway screaming for help. And so I went outside to see what was going on, and the young lady to my left here was on the floor clutching the child in her arms. She was screaming for help. The child was crying, and there was a man standing above them grabbing at her and the child. Now, my first thought was it was a domestic situation, but clearly there was something wasn't right with the situation. So I separated him, and she said that she doesn't know him and he was trying to take her child. And more people came pouring out of their rooms and were saying the same thing. So I immediately got him separated. I had him sit down in the hallway, and I had someone else call Tampa PD, and they arrived. And at that point, I just was keeping the peace between everybody because there were some people getting quite aggressive, with him. It's not, the right time. You have to let law enforcement handle it. It's not a time to take matters in your own hands. So at that point, it was mostly peacekeeping. But, I didn't think it would be as big of a deal as it ended up being until, the next day some people in the hallway were like, the video's gone viral. It was like 1 million views. And then I'm getting a call saying I'm invited to the White House. I mean, it was completely unexpected. I just doing what I was trained to do, what I was told to do, just being there, right time, right place, and that's it. Again, thank you for having me here.
It's called natural instinct, right? More than anything else. Thank you very much. Great job. Appreciate it.
This is the time that students are starting school. Our deputies partnered with the H.E. Hill Foundation, U.S. Sugar, and community stakeholders, and former NBA All-Stars Otis Birdsong and Michael Ray Richardson to distribute backpacks, school supplies, and a personal hygiene kit for the kids in Pahokee. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw joined other law enforcement leaders and members of the community for a forum on policing. The event was sponsored by the Palm Beach County Board of Commissioners. Sheriff Bradshaw shared his opinions on law enforcement strategies and body cameras for deputies.
Only the minimal amount of force necessary to effect the arrest that is reasonable is what is accepted. And once the suspect is in custody, then the force must stop. All of these uses of force are documented. We have a reporting system called Blue Team. The reporting system that we have, not only does it document everything, but there's an early warning system. So if we have a deputy that uses a certain amount of force over a specified time frame, then the warning system goes up. We find out, is this excessive? Is there training needs to be done? Is this a deputy that's in a high crime area that probably needs to be reassigned because he's involved in a lot of incidences of arrest? But there's a system to where you can't have what happened in Minneapolis, where you have somebody that is repeated using things and nobody's paying attention. So we see the benefits not only of accountability, but a lot of benefits with body cameras. And let me just tell you what the overall benefit is going to be. It strengthens the accountability of the police. It prevents a lot of confrontational situations because not only does the officer know it, but then the person they're dealing with knows it. It will resolve some complaints that before then it's going to be I said, they said. This will resolve that. Definitely improves transparency. It identifies and helps us correct internal agency issues. It strengthens the officer's performance, and without a doubt, it will improve the documentation of evidence.
Recently, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office recognized World Day Against Trafficking. Did you know that more than 70% of human trafficking victims are women? Together, we can end human trafficking. The key is if you see something, say something.
My name is Rosa, and this is my human trafficking story. I saw an ad for a live-in housekeeping position at a small motel. My legal status leaves me very few options for employment, so I took it, even though I knew the pay was very, very low. At first, things went well. I would work 8 to 10 hours cleaning 10 to 15 rooms a day and got paid weekly. But eventually, the owner became more and more demanding and kept increasing my task. I was asked to work very long hours until one day I just couldn't take it anymore and I spoke out. The owner did not take this well, and instead of fixing the situation, he threatened to have me deported. One day he even forced himself into my room while I was away and took my passport and other important documents. When asked about it, he denied going there. With time, he stopped letting me leave the motel and refused to pay me. He will argue that I owe him money for room and board for all the months that I have lived there. I couldn't go anywhere or call anyone. He had threatened me to have me deported. So I had nowhere to go and I had no one to call. I was there for 7 months until an angel came to the rescue. Miguel, a backpacker, set me free. Thanks to him, I got my freedom back.
At the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, we continue to honor the memory of Sergeant Jose Diaz Ayala, who died in April from COVID-19. We celebrated Sergeant Diaz Ayala's daughter with an emotional drive-through. We wanted her and the family to know we will always be there to look after them. We are PBSO family.
llamo Tony Araujo, soy coronel del Sheriff's Office. Soy Chief Gardner. ¿Y tu mamá dónde está? Señora Piñera. Y esto viene del Family First Fund. This is on behalf of Sheriff Bradshaw and all the employees at the Sheriff's Office. And it's a check for $10,000 to you and your family. Okay, it's the least we can do. And,
Thank you.
and we have Sheriff Bradshaw on the line here. He'd like to say something to you. Sheriff, here you go.
Liliana,
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, we're sorry your dad ain't there, but just remember we love you very much, and you're always going to be in our prayers, and we're going to be around to take care of you. And this is just the start. So anything that your family needs or you need, all you have to do is ask us, and we're going to be there for you. We love your dad. He was a great guy. Sorry he's not there today, but hopefully you're going to make it a good day. And again, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, we love you, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
And here at PBSO, we mourn the death of Officer Anthony Dia from the Toledo Police Department. Officer Dia was shot and killed while on duty.
So today we're here to talk about securing your home while you're gone on vacation or out of town so that it is not an opportune target for burglars and thieves. Well, if you're going to leave on a vacation, you're going to be out of town for any length of time, you want to make sure that you make your home look like you are still there. Some of the ways that you can do that are to make sure that when you're gone, someone continues to cut your grass. Keep the house outside look like someone's still there. Part of that would also be if you get newspaper delivery to either stop the delivery or have your neighbors or someone pick up the newspaper and bring it in, or put it out of sight so that people driving by couldn't tell that there was an accumulation of newspapers in the driveway. Along those lines also goes with your mail. Either have your mail delivery stopped or have neighbors pick up your mail. Get the automatic timers for your lights, which will turn your lights on and off at night while you are away so that it looks like there's activity in the home. One of the other things that you do, especially in this day and age with the prevalence of social media, is you don't want to post on social media that you're going on vacation, because sadly to say, sometimes burglars aren't going to be people that you don't know. They could actually be someone on your friends list. Have secure door locks on your home, and if you have an alarm, make sure you set your alarm and have that monitored. I think most alarm companies, you can call them and let them know that you're going to be on vacation, so if the alarm is activated, that they know you're not there. Some of the other things that you can do are video surveillance cameras. Make sure everything in your house that's of value is secure. When you're out of town, have your neighbors look out for your home. The bottom line is you just want to make it as hard as you possibly can for the burglar to A, get in your house, and then B, if they do get in your house, to get your stuff and steal it. PBSO wants to make sure that when you leave on vacation and you come back, that your house is just the way it was when you left it.
I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Push-button ignitions are becoming a popular feature with drivers. These systems may be convenient, but they can also be a killer. There have been over a dozen deaths nationally, and it appears that this number is on the rise. Palm Beach County is not immune to this tragedy. In 2012, a couple lost their lives from carbon monoxide flooding their home as a result of accidentally leaving their car running in their garage. Always check your vehicle to make sure the engine is not running when you leave your car. To help you remember, we've created this reminder to turn off your car. Remember, we are always here to keep you safe.
Welcome back. This was a sweet gift from a group of residents who wanted to say thank you to local law enforcement. We love hearing the appreciation of Palm Beach County residents. While checking to see if people are doing okay, we came across this very thankful citizen of Belglade.
I've been in Belglade. This is my first time seeing anybody do this for this town. And man, I really appreciate that, man. This is my first time seeing this as long as I've been living in Belglade. Wow. First time ever. And I've been here for 48 years. I ain't ever seen this before. And man, I appreciate everything y'all doing for the town, man. Hey, thanks. And that's real.
Sadly, we often find children and families in need of shoes. For that reason, we partnered up with the organization In Jacob's Shoes. PBSO is also very involved in food distribution programs across Palm Beach County. For locations and times of service, you can always dial 211. And now some news and notes from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Scam alert! There is an imposter calling people claiming to be from the Social Security office. This imposter tells the recipient of the call that he or she has a warrant for their arrest and they need to pay in bitcoins. Please don't fall for this scam. Just a reminder to take a moment before exiting your vehicle. With the weather so hot these days, it's important to know that hot cars can kill our loved ones within minutes. Let's not forget about our pets and babies. We love getting letters from the community we proudly serve. We hope everyone is staying safe and sane during these trying days. Remember, we are only a call away. PBSO cares. A giant thank you to the ladies of Old Marsh Golf Club for lunch and your continued support, especially during these difficult days. We really appreciate all of your work to make us feel special. Thanks to our newest community partner, the organization Spirit of Giving. They donated 17 boxes of brand new clothes, toiletries, food items, and other essentials. The eyes are the window to the soul. With many of us wearing masks lately, it's not easy to see facial expressions, but the eyes of this young girl smiled at us and said, "Thank you for your service." This sweet lady decided to make hand-sewn teddy bears to comfort scared or sick children in Palm Beach County. The project, started by Mrs. Rickles, has spearheaded within our senior community. Our volunteers received the 50 teddy bears, and we'll make sure to find them a home. From teddy bears to a lizard. Our buddy is back this week. Seems like she wants to be part of the PBSO family, so we are naming her Deputy Liz. She has already started doing some detective work for us. Welcome to the team. I guess you could call it the dog days of summer. Here is Deputy Goodboy, who wants everyone to know about the importance of wearing a mask. Make sure to stay safe out there. PBSO is celebrating lots of birthdays across the county, including 4-year-old Hunter. Some of our deputies paid Hunter a visit on his big day. It was a memorable experience. Remember, kindness matters. The Lighthouse Cafe Food Pantry knows it is better to give than receive. With the help of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Foundation, we were able to donate $1,500 to Lighthouse Cafe for all they do to feed our community. And our Royal Palm Beach Street Team assisted Feeding South Florida with a food drive that takes place every Wednesday at Commons Park. And finally, we leave you with this cool treat on a hot summer day. Our deputies handed out popsicles. A big thank you to Publix for their support. And now, back to Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.